Hi everyone, it is Miss Berlin, and I am going to be using this new app that was shared with me, and I'm going to be using it for our word study. I think it's a great app because you'll be able to see the words up close, so I think you'll have a better understanding of each lesson that we do. So this week we are going to be doing 3 different types of word endings again, and these are going to be words that end in ing, words that end in er, and then words that end in est. Okay, now when we're looking at words that end in ing, those are going to be verbs. And if you remember, verbs are things that you can do, something you can do like an action. Okay? And that action or that verb that you are doing is happening in the present tense. So remember, we've talked about the past, the present, and the future. So the present tense is happening right now. So it is a verb that you are doing right now. Okay? Now, when we're looking at ER and EST, I bet you're thinking, hey, we did words that had ER because we did R-controlled vowels and R-controlled syllables. But these are going to be words that end in ER and that end in EST. So what these words are going to do is they're actually going to compare. And what I mean by compare is that I can compare the way that we run, how fast we are when we run. I can say that you are faster than I am, and we're comparing how fast we are. I can also say that you are the fastest. And again, we are comparing how fast we run. Okay? So when we're making this list of words on the next slide, I want you to be thinking about when I do the ing, how all the words are things that you can do, verbs that you're doing at the moment. And then I want you to think about the er and the est and how the words that we write can compare different things. So here's our chart, and we're going to start off with our ing. So we have words like reading, singing, learning, running, talking, looking, saying. Okay, can you think of any other words that we could add to our chart that end in ing? I want you to think about them and say a few words out loud. All right, good job. Now we're going to move on to our ER and our EST. Now our ER words and our EST words compare. So once I start making the EST list, we're going to kind of talk about the comparison. So we have words like faster, bigger, hotter, smaller, louder, softer, harder. Okay, again, I want you to try to think of some words that we could add to this list. Think of them and say them out loud. All right, you did a good job. So we're going to move on to the last column, which is the EST. Now, the words that I write in this column are going to be pretty much the same words as this middle column, but they're going to end in EST and they're going to compare. So if I can compare and say that you are faster, I could say that you are the fastest. Something could be bigger. Something could be the biggest. Yesterday could be hotter, but tomorrow could be the hottest day. Could have smaller and then smallest. Could say you are louder than him, but he's the loudest. We have softer and softest. And then harder and hardest. Can you think of any more words that we could compare the ER and the EST that could be added? All right, once you have thought of a couple of extra words that could be added to our list, I want you to now choose 10 words that you're going to use for the week. These words are going to be posted on your Google Classroom and your Google Slide. And then you are good for your word study for the day. And I hope you are enjoying these words for the week, and I hope you are able to complete your word study